distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a profound honor to welcome you here in Skopje today. In the pursuit of building and sustaining peace in a troubled world, I strongly believe that such open expert discussions as today on issues of common interest are of our utmost importance. The cooperative efforts are essential to address root causes of conflicts and ensure that Europe can move forward with a shared commitment to a lasting peace and prosperity. This is why, here today, I'm not only speaking as a politician, but also as a strong advocate for the power of democracy. We stand at a critical juncture in human history. The imperatives of unity, solidarity, and cooperation have never been more apparent. The challenges before us, whether they be armed conflicts, humanitarian crisis, environmental threats, are intimidating and complex. Still, in the face of these challenges, we must not pause, but rather we must reaffirm our shared commitments to working together. 560 days of a brutal, illegal war on European soil. In such conditions, we cannot remain immune to the events as mute observers of the destruction of everything that was once created by a nation fighting for its freedom. The illegal action by Putin are an assault on our common values and our common humanity. As a member state of NATO, but above all as a sovereign country, North Macedonia is united in support of our fellow European democracy. We will continue to give assistance to Ukraine until needed. Each of us, individuals, here today may not be able to do much alone, as individually we are one drop, but together we are an ocean. And while no one can compensate the Ukrainian people and Ukrainian leadership for going through suffering, we can show them and encourage them by word and deed, and offer them comfort, encouragement, and support in their efforts to protect their own country. In the words of Karl von Clausewitz, starting a war might look easy, but conducting it and then winning it is a very different proposition altogether. Putin made mistakes, and I will say several mistakes, but one of them was believing that he can divide NATO. Instead, the alliance is stronger and I will say more aligned than ever. By undermining our unity, Putin united us even more. Another mistake that he has made was undermining the determination of Ukrainian people. His goal was to erase the identity, culture, and territory of Ukraine, but instead he strengthened the Ukrainian national identity and intensified their determination to write their own future. Ladies and gentlemen, the wounds of conflict run deep, but in the spirit of unity, cultural diplomacy transcends political boundaries and allow us to appreciate the shared humanity that unites us all. Allow me shortly to reiterate the past 3 decades of the events in my country, becoming an example of functional, stable, and multi-ethnic democracy that practice European values. We started from the referendum for independence 32 years ago and escaping war on Macedonian soil, went to signing 2 agreements bearing the names of 2 lakes, Ohrid and Prespa, with a mission to create a functioning multi-ethnic democracy and pave the way to our NATO membership. Today, highlighting the European concept of unity in differences, we are working on constitutional amendments to secure our path to European Union. Dear friends, I believe all of us today, throughout our careers, especially through your careers, have learned that difficult issues required difficult decisions. All those decisions, agreements, compromises were not easy and are not easy to make even today. However, they are political steps that serve for the future over the past, motivated by love for one's country and for one's people, for current and future generations. That is what I call the true patriotism. And as we navigate the complexities of the world today, let us remember the words of the late diplomat Kofi Annan. No culture lives if it attempts to be exclusive. In a world where inclusivity and dialogue are desperately needed, cultural diplomacy shines as a beacon of hope for a brighter, more interconnected future. I look forward to the fruitful discussion and to learn more about cultural diplomacy as a path to restoring trust in Europe from your perspective. Thank you very much for your attention.